Good morning. It is 6:35 a.m. on Thursday, August 11th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, I was thinking yesterday evening, as I sometimes do, about what I might talk about for today's 5 more minutes. And one of the things that I was considering is how my current public transportation work commute routine has allowed me to dive back into games on my PlayStation Vita, which has been a lot of fun. I played through, Virtue's Last Reward and Zero Time Dilemma as previously discussed, and now I've jumped back into Persona 4 Golden, which I played a whole bunch of, 30 hours worth, a while back, but never actually kind of went all the way to finish the story. And so it's been kind of exciting to jump back into that. It's very complex, and so my concern at first was that I wouldn't remember where I was and that I would have, lost the whole rhythm of it. But it didn't take long to get back into it, it turns out. But the reason that I frame all of that the way I did is that today is one of the first mornings since I started all this where I'm seriously considering just driving and paying for parking today. Because outside it is humid AF, as the kids say. Um, Even the radio this morning was saying, limit outdoor activity because it'll be sunny in 90s but feel like over 100 because of the humidity. And even now at 6 or so in the morning, I go out there and it's just like you feel like it's hard to breathe because of so much humidity, and it's just awful. It is my least favorite weather. Ugh, yuck, ick, ick, blech, yeah. So, here's the dilemma. I could just drive today. It's not a big deal to do it once in a while. But I haven't really ever caved and done that yet. So I drove the first day going there um, because I didn't know any better. And but then every day since I've done the public transportation thing, and it's too expensive to pay for parking every day. And so I could make an exception today, but then that starts to feel like, well, does that break the spell? Does it break the seal? Does it suddenly open up this possibility that whenever I just don't feel like walking to the bus stop, that means I should drive instead? I know myself, and I have a tendency to do that sort of thing. Meaning, like, it's one thing, it's why I do these daily things, is that when I do something every day and I don't want to break the chain, it's easier for me to keep going. Whereas as soon as I've sort of, had a gap in the regularity of the pattern, the whole thing sometimes falls apart. And I don't think in this case that I would allow it to completely fall apart just because it's not financially feasible to be paying $18 a day for parking every single day. Especially not when I've already got a monthly pass for the bus and subway, which makes it essentially free to do the commute as long as I put up with the additional inconvenience. I don't know. It's a dilemma. But boy, it is just gross outside, and it's only going to get hotter. It's 6:40 in the morning. Ugh. I can't decide. Oh well. Here's something I've been thinking, turning over in my head recently. It's it's a repetition on themes that I've discussed before, but when a decision like this that's not a big life decision. It's not, deciding to move across the country or something like that. It's it's just a day-to-day decision. And when those start to seem like, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Just remember, it's like, you know what? Either one is fine, really. It's like, it doesn't matter. I can decide whichever one I want to do, and that will be okay. There are many paths through the forest, is just a thing that I've been kind of turning over in my head recently, and I feel like I must have gotten it from something, but now I can't think what it was. Anyway, anyone know? Is that from something? Many paths through the forest? 'Cause I think that it's technically conflating a couple of different things, like a general idea, maybe the Robert Frost poem of Two Paths. I was reading about the Hamilton musical, and one of the producer guys would say, "If I was the king of the forest," because that's a show tunes line. Um, I don't know. Anyway, okay. Well, one way or another, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to have to take a shower first. So, got to get on that. So, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.